上を貸ししたかきくけこんなにもさしすせソフトクリームゴゾロップでいこう
In this video, I will prove to you one simple absolute truth. All anime characters are based on cats. And no, I'm not referring to the ones with cat ears or the weird mouth thingy, or to finishing sentences with nya for some reason.
でもここから動けないにゃ。
I'm talking about the essence and flesh of every anime character. Each time I mention this to someone, they look at me like I'm crazy, so I have done my research, as in observing my cat and watching cat videos online, and I have compiled a list of observable facts that prove my point. So, without further ado, here are the reasons why I believe anime characters are based on cats. Number 1. Cats are the original tsunderes. Tsunderes. I have no clue how to pronounce that. Japanese people want to feel all special and creative, thinking that they invented the concept of tsunderes, but it's all a hoax. Cats are the original tsunderes. Have you seen any other creature who will follow you around the house for the sole purpose of ignoring you? Of course you haven't. Not to mention, a tsundere's sudden burst of violence when they are embarrassed is a direct ripoff of a cat's behavior when you're getting too chummy or petting them too much. As a bonus, some cats also present yandere tendencies, getting all cute and purring with you and then BAM! They bite your nose off. Number 2. Anime characters move like cats. You may have noticed anime characters have a really particular way of moving, especially when it comes to action scenes, even if this point can be applied to other scenes as well. Anime characters always move gracefully, as if their bodies were much lighter than they should be. And while you could argue that any predator has that same agility to them, I will prove you wrong once more. In fact, I'm even gonna make a point using fellow felines as reference. Big felines like tigers, lions, and panthers are also known for their speed and swiftness, but look at them. You can feel the weight and effort in each movement. Cats, on the other hand, being smaller but equally agile, always look elegant when they land. Their movements feel effortless and light, and it can look just as deadly. So the next time you see an anime character jumping from building to building, try not to think of a cat. Number 3. Anime eyes are cat eyes. While the word anime encompasses an enormous variety of styles, I think we can agree that most anime characters have really expressive eyes. It is a common technique to use shots of only eyes to portray strong emotion. And while I won't deny that real human eyes can be also quite expressive, there's no discussion that anime eyes take that notion to a surreal extreme. And do you know whose eyes are also surreally expressive? A cat's eyes. Not only are cat eyes much more similar to anime eyes in terms of size when compared to the rest of the face, but they also tell you much more about a cat's mood, intentions, and state of mind. Just by looking at pupils alone, you can notice that there is a wide variety of states that can tell you a lot about what a cat is feeling or scheming, and this is also a characteristic of anime eyes. Anime pupils tend to change a lot depending on what emotions they want to convey. Another similarity is that anime eyes and cat eyes can change their shape significantly more than human eyes. Normal people can only use their eyelids to try and change the shape of their eyes, but in both cats and anime characters this is taken to an extreme, with characters that regularly have round eyes suddenly having slanted eyes when the scene requires it. Just try to go from this to this, or from this to this. Oh wait, you can't. You're not an anime character and you're not a cat. Number 4. Anime faces are cat faces. This will be a short point because it's pretty much an extension of the previous one, but basically anime faces have similar proportions to a cat's face, with big eyes, small noses, lipless mouths for the most part, and a pointed chin. Number 5. Anime characters always look either cool or adorable, and so do cats. Before presenting this point, I want you to picture something. Imagine an attractive anime girl or boy of your choice and visualize them suddenly laying down on the floor. Like they're walking down a hallway and decided they want to lay down for a bit. How do they look? Pretty good, right? Now imagine you're walking down a hallway and decide to lay down on the floor at random. I don't want to make any assumptions about your looks, but the majority of the human race would look weird at best in that situation. Now, do you know what other creature can just be walking and decide to lay down on the floor at random and look amazing? You guessed it, a cat. Basically, cats are the only creatures in existence, along with anime characters, who will always look either cool or cute no matter what they do. One of the aesthetic appeals of anime is that character models tend to be pretty consistent, so even when a character is emoting intensely, they will most likely still look good. In fact, big emotional moments usually strike us when a character's face looks distorted by emotion, and even then they look pretty good. And anime characters can be fighting for their life, dying, laughing, running, reading, walking, sleeping, eating, and they will always look good. Similarly, cats only have two possible appearances. They either look cool, majestic and beautiful, or they look cute, adorable and charming. Even when a cat is being silly, just like an anime character, they look pleasantly funny. Another aspect present in both cats and anime characters is that it's usual for there to be a contrast between the dignified and serious manner they perceive and present themselves with and the cuteness and foolishness they can occasionally partake in. Number 6. Humans are willing to spend countless hours of their time watching videos of both anime characters and cats. While you may argue that this point could apply to any kind of media, sports, movies, porn, TV shows, etc., you must admit there's an eerie similarity between the amount of time and dedication newest generations are willing to pour on both anime and cat videos. This is the only point I haven't been able to directly investigate as I don't have access to reliable data, but I have the hunch that if you're watching this video, you're proving my theory. Number 7. Humankind doesn't deserve cats, nor does it deserve anime characters. Just like anime characters, cats are too good to be true. And while this argument also applies to dogs, there is one crucial piece of evidence that proves that anime characters come from cats. Try imagining living with your dream waifu or husbando of choice. You will like it to be like living with your dog, with them constantly showing you affection, needing you and waving their tail at you. But it would actually be more like living with my cat, a cat, because you would be desperate for their attention and they would follow you around to ignore you, they would behave like you're a nuisance, use you to their convenience, and just when you're about to give up hope, they would cuddle up to you and start purring so that you keep being a part of the abusive cycle before biting your nose when you least expect it, and you would have to clean their shit. Wait, what was this video about again?
あいうえお菓子したかきくけこんなにもさしすせソフトクリームゴゾロップで一個も